15 facts about dinosaurs you didn't know. When you hear the word dinosaur, what comes to mind? Huge creatures that roamed the earth millions of years ago, terrifying beasts with sharp teeth and claws? Or perhaps you think of a certain famous movie franchise. Whatever your thoughts may be, there's always something new to learn about dinosaurs. So here are 15 facts about them that you probably didn't know. Number 1, they don't just live in the past. Even though we use the term dinosaur loosely to describe someone who is outdated or old school, they actually do live among us. The term dinosaur was coined by Sir Richard Owen in 1842, meaning terrible lizard. It refers to a specific group of extinct reptiles that lived on Earth from around 230 million years ago until their apparent extinction, 66 million years ago. However, birds are considered to be the descendants of theropods, which were a specific type of dinosaur. And since they still exist today, it's safe to say that dinosaurs aren't just a thing of the past. No. 2, they came before the first mammals. Many people believe that mammals have been around for almost as long as dinosaurs. But this isn't true. Mammals first appeared on Earth during the Triassic period, which started around 252 million years ago and lasted until 201 million years ago. This was a time when the first true dinosaurs also appeared. However, these early mammals were very small, shrew-like creatures that would have been easy prey for larger animals. They had to wait until the end of the Cretaceous period before they could truly thrive. No. 3, they are still being discovered. Even though scientists have studied dinosaurs extensively, they're still making new discoveries all the time. In fact, in 2014, a new species of dinosaur was discovered in Patagonia, Argentina. It was named Patagonia, meaning land of the dinosaurs. And it's believed to be one of the largest species of sauropod dinosaur ever found. Scientists are still learning about this amazing creature and hope to uncover more information about its lifestyle and behavior in the future. 4, their extinction wasn't sudden. Even though the extinction of the dinosaurs is often portrayed as a sudden event that happened because of an asteroid impact, this isn't entirely accurate. Yes, the impact did play a role, but the truth is that the dinosaurs were already struggling to survive when it happened. There had been a decline in their numbers and diversity for several million years prior to the impact, likely due to a combination of factors, including climate change and volcanic activity. The impact simply sped up their demise. Number 5, they weren't always so big. While some species of dinosaur grew to enormous sizes, others remained relatively small. For example, the Compsognathus was a small, agile dinosaur that lived in what is now Europe. It was only about 1 meter tall and weighed less than 7 kilograms. In comparison, the Argentinosaurus was a massive sauropod that lived in what is now South America. It was over 30 meters long and weighed more than 70 tons. So the size of dinosaurs varied greatly depending on the species. Number 6, they had different lifespans. Similar to their size, the lifespan of dinosaurs varied depending on the species. Some were able to live for several decades, while others only survived for a few years. For example, the average lifespan of a Triceratops is thought to have been around 30 years. But the oldest individual that scientists have found was at least 50 years old. On the other hand, the Velociraptor is thought to have lived for only 15 to 20 years on average, with the longest living individual being no older than 25. Number 7, they had feathers. Even though many people picture dinosaurs as scaly, reptilian monsters, the truth is that some of them had feathers. In fact, all theropods are believed to have had feathers at some point in their evolutionary history. These feathered dinosaurs were likely better able to regulate their body temperature, and may have used their feathers for display or camouflage. However, it's important to note that not all dinosaurs had feathers, and those that did may not have looked like the majestic creatures that you see in movies. Number 8, they had wings. The idea of a dinosaur with wings may seem like a fantasy, but the truth is that some dinosaurs did have wings. These were known as the Microraptor, and they lived in what is now China. They were small, feathered creatures that resembled a mix between a bird and a reptile. They were believed to have used their wings for gliding between trees and possibly even for short periods of powered flight. However, it's important to note that the Microraptor wasn't the only dinosaur with wings. In fact, there were several species of flying dinosaurs known as the pterosaurs that lived during the Mesozoic era. 9, they were warm-blooded. Contrary to popular belief, Dinosaurs weren't cold-blooded creatures that relied on the sun to warm up. In fact, they were warm-blooded animals that were able to regulate their own body temperature. This is evidenced by the fact that many dinosaurs had feathers, which are a great way to conserve heat. Additionally, some dinosaurs lived in extremely cold environments, such as Antarctica, where being cold-blooded would have been a death sentence. Number 10. They went extinct because of humans. Even though it's common to blame humans for the extinction of dinosaurs, the truth is that we weren't around when they went extinct. The Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event that wiped out the dinosaurs happened around 66 million years ago. Humans, on the other hand, didn't appear on Earth until around 300,000 years ago, so we had nothing to do with their extinction. In fact, we were probably around at the same time as some early mammals that lived during the Paleogene period. Number 11. They all looked the same. While some dinosaurs were very similar in appearance, the truth is that they came in a wide variety of shapes and sizes. There were long-necked sauropods, short-armed carcharodontids, duck-billed hadrosaurs, horned ceratopsians, armored ankylosaurs, and more. Additionally, each species had its own unique set of characteristics. For example, the Stegosaurus was known for its plates, and the Ankylosaurus was covered in spikes. So it's not accurate to say that all dinosaurs looked the same. Number 12, they were all carnivores. Similar to the previous point, some dinosaurs were carnivores, but not all of them. In fact, the majority of dinosaurs were herbivores. These included the Brachiosaurus, the most famous sauropod, the Triceratops, the Ankylosaurus, and many others. Of course, there were also omnivores, such as the Velociraptor, which ate both meat and plants. But it's important to remember that not all dinosaurs were vicious predators. Number 13. They lived in the Arctic. Even though many dinosaurs were found in what is now warmer climates, some of them lived in the Arctic Circle. In fact, there is evidence that a diverse group of dinosaurs lived in Antarctica during the late Cretaceous period. These included the Cryolophosaurus elioti, the Antarctonyx shackletoni, and the Glacioraptor sp. milhus. These creatures likely adapted to the cold climate by growing thick coats of feathers and hunting in packs. Number 14. They were all slow-moving creatures. While some species of dinosaur were fast and agile, such as the Velociraptor, others were slow-moving creatures that preferred to graze on plants. For example, the Brachiosaurus was a sauropod that grew to enormous heights, but it was relatively slow-moving and couldn't move very quickly. Similarly, the Ankylosaurus was a heavily armored dinosaur that was also not very fast. So it's inaccurate to say that all dinosaurs were fast-moving reptiles. Number 15. They left behind no fossils. The final fact that many people do and know about dinosaurs is that they left behind a wealth of fossils. In fact, there have been over 5,000 species of dinosaur identified and named by paleontologists. These fossils have been found on every continent on Earth and have helped scientists learn a lot about these amazing creatures. So if you're interested in learning more about dinosaurs, be sure to visit a natural history museum near you and take a look at the fossils they have on display. We hope you enjoyed learning these 15 facts about dinosaurs. You know any other facts that we didn't mention? So feel free to share them in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching and be sure to tune in next time for more amazing videos.